Well, he's doing the media rounds today. We've got the king of Moraceae with us again.
Yeah.
Always an interesting subject. But I thought I'd have heard from you before this. Obviously, the castle moon has gone. Well, better say, did you get it? I haven't heard anything.
Well, no. Well, and also too, I think it's fair to say as well that for a sale to take place, it's weeks for something like that to close. And as far as our knowledge, nothing has actually closed yet.
You haven't got it though?
No, we don't have it. No.
Did you bid for it?
We did.
You were there in the room?
No. So we were there. The actual auction never happened for Lot 9. So Castle Mona came up as Lot 9 in an auction. We're ready for telephone bidding. Lot 8 shows up. Lot 10 then happens. Lot 9 never, actually shows up because at around 9:30 or so that morning, offer was made for the building.
Is that what happened last time around? It got withdrawn or something?
It was withdrawn. So the Friday before the Monday of that auction, the building was withdrawn by the Sefton Group because they supposedly received an offer that was in excess of 1.25 million. And as I said before, it wasn't over. It wasn't the end of it. There was still something else going on. So now we have a situation as well where, upon the second auction, throwing it back in, they entertained an offer of $1 million and accepted an offer of £1 million, and that was enough to satisfy the Sefton Group and I guess their debting parties into accepting an offer.
Okay, I'm confused that even though it's now appeared to be sold by auction, that's what the words were from the Sefton Group, no one knows who's got it. I mean, will that ever come out, or can it remain? I mean, at some point it's got to come out, right?
At some point, exactly. At some point it does actually have to, but right now they're not having to do anything. They're letting the situation kind of play out.
Okay, is this the end for you now?
Absolutely not.
But you haven't got it. So
no, we don't have it, but reports have actually come out recently about the dilapidated state of the Castle Mona.
Oh, it's had like 17 visits or something.
That's it. So quite recently, I went into the building. Actually, I think I was one of the last parties to actually see the building before the auction date of October the 16th at that point.
Well, you got that mapping, that 3D stuff we showed
That's
last
it,
time, right?
Absolutely. And also, too, I think that you'll recall from our last exchange and our last conversation that the building, it's possible the best chance of that building is structural relocation, not actually staying on the site where it is.
Okay. This is like the Americans taking the London Bridge off to America.
Absolutely.
Hang on, brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
But someone else has bought it now, so they presumably want the castle Mona. So
we have no concept of the intentions of this party, if they want to keep the building, if they don't want to keep the building. I mean, all of this is yet still a mystery. And my thing is, at this particular moment, is the fact that, whatever this party chooses to do, I want to offer my support at this very moment for that party. If it's the fact of trying to keep that building and making it work, my expert opinion, being a PhD researcher on this building for the past 3 years, is that the building does not have a viable future on the site that it currently is on. So we need to start thinking about this as a salvage mission. This isn't something where the building can be saved on its site. It's not cost to benefit. It doesn't have anything attached to it that will actually help it to be, anything that is worthy of investment at that moment.
Make sure I'm clear on this.
Yes.
Someone's bought it, but you now might want to buy the actual building, but then remove it to another site. What, on the Isle of Man or to America? Or?
No, not to America. Absolutely not. I mean, it has to be something for the people of the Isle of Man.
So stay here.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you could restore it at the same time. I mean, how can you take? I just can't imagine how you take the inners.
Well, like I said, if we're approaching this like a salvage mission, which it is, I was one of the very last parties to actually see this building. We have an entire east-facing facade. The part that's actually above the shops is bowing out. Water ingress has gone well beyond the scope of saving this building. You cannot save this building. And if a person actually has any type of financial sense, it's not the fact of trying to make this building work on its site. One of the key issues and dilemmas that we currently face with this particular site is the fact that there is so much commercial interest from competing parties that all have a different value of what they believe the site is worth and how it fits into a larger plan on the 6-acre plot of land that the Sefton Group have either rights to buy back or the ownership of for this.
But until we know who's got it, I mean, there's rumours flying, and I'm not even going to mention them because there's so many wild suggestions going around there. But eventually, you'll then approach these people who have got it.
Of course.
And where do you get money? Are you going to crowdfund this one, like your egg?
Well, the thing is the fact that, crowdfunding is an opportunity, but we also have private investment, and we've not yet exercised that. Like I said, we were prepared for 2 auctions that never took place. And so...
And you had that money?
We had the money.
At one point...
We had the money.
Yeah.
We had the money.
And you never got the chance to put your bid in?
Absolutely not. Because at every single point, it was withdrawn from auction.
Right. You know how people view you.
Absolutely.
You're so Marmite with people. They either love you or hate you, but certainly you can't not listen to what you say.
That's it.
You have conviction.
That's it.
So the battle is not over. You may have lost that little bit of a battle, but the war is not over.
Let me say it like this. I'm 27 years old. I have a future. I would not be investing something like this if I didn't think that it was absolutely viable and and necessary for the Isle of Man's development.
If they don't say to you, that is it, then you have to, no?
Who says it? That's it.
Okay. So we might be back here every few months then. Okay,
if we have
fine.
to. Yeah, well, absolutely. Like I said, my doctoral research was on this castle. I'm not here to alienate or to make enemies out of anybody. My thing is that castle is very important not only to the legacy of the Isle of Man, it's important to a lot of people that have any concept of architectural interest. This building was built by George Stewart, fully built in 1804. It has the capability of holding a heritage advancement on this island. There's not one listed building on the Isle of Man. Not one building that has actually gained UNESCO, World Heritage, jurisdictional or any type of honor or accolade of that sort. After speaking with Professor Bridgewater at the University of Cumbria, he believes that that's actually one of the very buildings that actually on the Isle of Man that can be a World Heritage Site.
Right.
And so when you think about the context of what we're actually sitting on, it has relevance that doesn't necessarily tick the box of something that's commercially viable.
And do you agree that with these people, the inspectors who've gone around, it is needing some work? I mean, obviously it needs some work, but I get mixed reports. One minute it seems like it's structured okay. These sometimes I'm now hearing it's maybe not so good. But I mean, you've taken the 3D mapping. How would you rate the place last time you saw it?
This is a salvage mission.
Salvage.
It's salvage. This is not restoration. This building cannot be saved in the context of a site that is commercially fought upon by competing parties. It simply can't, because the interest isn't here for the building. The interest here is for commercial interests. No one actually has cared what's happened to this building in the past decade that it's been.
But they can't knock it down,
running.
right? I mean,
it's
not protected, is it?
No. I wouldn't say that they can't. I mean, you look at the shops. A number of the shops that are actually aligned, the seafront of the actual party have been deregistered. Right. So it is not out of the scope of possibility that the Castle Mona can be deregistered. So the whole, the host of these issues, the scope of the issues that are connected to this, and this is what we have reserved opinion and actually going out publicly and saying, because we really want it to be a solution here. We want it to be a catalyst, an agent of change in this situation. We didn't want to have to oppose anybody. We wouldn't, and this new party, I have no idea what this new party wants to do, and I'm not blaming them for anything. I think they're actually quite incredible of stepping forward. Mm-hmm. I want to work with them. I want to work with this new party to figure out what the future of this building will be.
Okay. Well, I also want to say keep tuned. Next month's edition of this program and what's going to happen next.
Well, I would say the key thing here is the fact that back in July I showed Andrew Lloyd Webber around the building.
Yeah, how was that?
It was pretty cool. He thought the building was amazing.
He appeared in that 3D model every now and again. I was like, oh my gosh,
exactly.
That's so fun.
So you think about things like this, is the fact that we have a particular value to bring to not only heritage here on the Isle of Man, but to the Isle of Man's developmental future. Okay. And whether people can see that right now at the moment, I think that there is a growing distrust in the policies and the framework that can protect buildings like the Castle Mona, and it is our civic duty to create something that actually protects building well beyond a registration order.
Okay. Stay tuned. Next edition coming sometime next month, probably.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.